Well, yeah, from the whole discussion, I've been on the news now close to 24 hours, Greta, and so many of these discussions, particularly on American media, is sort of decontextualizing. People forget that this regime has been in power since 1979, and since the day it took over in Tehran, it has sworn to destroy my country. It's sworn to destroy your country as well. But it's taken many efforts to try to realize that vision by supporting terrorist groups who have killed hundreds, in some cases thousands of Israelis, terrorist actions around the world against Israeli, American, and Jewish targets, and now trying to develop a nuclear weapon which has one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to wipe us off the map. And that context is very important. Oh, here we go again. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
There it is again.
But you know what's interesting about this in this very serious is I think Israel's been patient. I think Israel's been patient for a number of years. All the terrorist acts that they've dealt with since 1979, financed by Iran, that finally now tonight, and a very determined prime minister is not going to stop.
It's, we've been too patient, and Iran during the course of 2024 fired about 700 ballistic missiles at us. And President Biden at the time said to us, well, take the win, because they didn't kill too many Israelis. It didn't make a lot of destruction. You don't win by playing only on the defense. You got to play on the offense as well. And the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister's made it very clear that there are two goals here. One is to certainly deprive the Iranians of the ability to acquire nuclear weapons. Uh-oh, that's a hit. Oh. And the other is to perhaps convince the Iranian people that is enough and enough, to rise up and rid themselves of this disastrous, oppressive regime. And we will see. We'll see how this plays out the next crucial few days.
Well, and I just want to add one other thing. I'm going to go back to Zach Anders. Is that this is Israel doing a heavy lift for the rest of the world. The rest of the world doesn't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon too. Some people have condemned Israel, but they're doing a favor to the rest of the world. Ambassador Michael Oren, thank you, sir, and good luck.
Heads down. Thank you, Greta. Good to see you again.
Zach, are you there? Can you hear me, Zach?
I do have you, Greta.
Can you tell me what you see, what you hear? Yeah, yes, I do have you.
I counted 20 incoming. That's a rough count. This appears to be mostly intercepted. I think we just had a hit. And you at home might, if you were paying really close to the live feed at Tel Aviv, you might have a better idea. Something came screaming in, and I lost it below the horizon of the rooftops here. I lost it below the rooftops. And then a loud explosion about, I would say, 10 blocks to my east. And I don't see any smoke yet, but this was the similar location earlier to where the Kiryat, again, Israel's Pentagon, was being targeted. I'm not noticing any smoke right now. The streets are empty. I'm going to wait probably within the next 30 seconds or so. We'll probably start to see some of the ambulances and police cruisers start screaming towards wherever the hit was. But I think that we either just had a very low interception below my sight line here on the 6th floor of the rooftops. Also, for a couple of blocks this way, all the buildings are shorter. So I lost it underneath. I've got something else in the sky now coming in. This one, as the alarms have come, they've stopped. They all look like shooting stars as they come in, and this is now burned up, and it was interestingly heading in the opposite direction, so that might have been a late-stage interceptor missile that was sent up there in an attempt to try and get these down. So it looked like that was another volley of about 20 or so into the Tel Aviv metro, but the fact that the alerts were coming across for the entirety of Israel, there is a very good chance that some of these other metro areas were also experiencing this level of hits. Again, that first volley, Greta, was 100 ballistic missiles. That was about 2-3 hours ago now. I'd be curious to see how many was in this volley.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.